Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best? That is the question that Pharrell Williams posed from a panel. He was having a discussion, and he posed that question to the black people who were in the audience. So let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you right here on Willie D Live. Do you want someone, do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best? I'll give you a few moments to answer that question. Okay, time's up. My thoughts. I want it all. I want them to support it. I don't give a damn why they support it. I want it all. Just like everybody else. Who gives a damn why they're supporting? Long as they're supporting. That's right, I said it. I want all of the above. Support me because I'm the best. Support me because I'm black. Support me because you like bald head dudes. Support me because I rap. Support me because I came from the hood and I had a struggle. Support me because I'm trying. Support me because you like how I promote hip hop. Whatever, I don't give a damn. Just support me. See, when you have these people who are millionaires and some who are billionaires start talking about politics and DEI, you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt when they start like sliding, right? Because they have to go back and deal with these bosses who don't look like them or the people in their community. So they're not going to have that, yeah, I said it, I meant it in a fight, go with it type attitude like they may have had, like Pharrell may have had pre-Louis Vuitton. Remember Pharrell pre-Louis Vuitton? Black Lives Matter? Yeah, I said it in a minute, fight, go with it. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, and didn't give a damn who didn't like it. Unapologetically black. Now, DEI, I don't want it because of DEI. He said if DEI comes back in style, that's fine. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I got to do. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that part. See, but I understand how to take out the good parts and leave the bad. So I'm not going to throw the whole baby out with the bathwater. He did say some things that made some sense. He talked about politics. He said, I don't like politics. It's divisive. Yeah, politics is divisive. I agree with that. He said that something to the effect of when you, politics forces you to choose a side. In life, you have to pick a side. Typically, if you have convictions, you pick a side. You don't try to be all things to all men. People who try to be all things to all men are spineless. They stand for nothing. I have no problem picking a side. I have no problem picking a side. In politics, he said he hate politics. Whether you hate politics or not, you're still affected by politics on a daily basis. Some of you have never voted and you say, I'm not going to vote because I don't like any of them. Well, guess what? They're still making decisions that affect your life on a daily basis. You just don't have any say-so in it, because you're not exercising your right to vote. Now, I get it, fam. A lot of this voting and stuff, it don't really lead to anywhere, but you got to pick your battles. I think that local voting, municipality, voting on your municipalities, that is far more effective than those national elections. When it comes to voting for a president, a lot of times it's going to be based on who you can stand to look at and who you can stand to listen to for the next 4 to 8 years. Because America has an agenda. And it doesn't matter who the president is, they have to follow that agenda. Trump is not alone in his doings, what he's got going on right now. He's not alone. He's not making these decisions by himself, because if he did, they JFK him. So he's not, the only way he can get away with the stuff that he gets away with, it ain't because he got 80-something million people voting for him or nothing like that. All of those people are trained. They can all be manipulated, and they have been manipulated. He has bosses. He has people that's higher up than him. And if they decided at any point that they wanted to change the narrative, they could. Trump is just a figurehead, an awful figurehead, but he is the figurehead. Back to Pharrell. Pharrell talks about not liking DEI hires, right? He don't like that. But Pharrell himself was a DEI hire. Remember when Virgil died unexpectedly? Virgil was Louis Vuitton's #1 cultural guy, right? Urban guy, right? Well, when Virgil died, they needed somebody else who understood Black culture. They needed someone else who could move the needle. They needed someone who looked, the part, who had that certain shade of skin, right? They needed somebody like Pharrell, somebody who was, they needed a Diet Coke, not a Coke. See, I'm a Coke. I'm a Coca-Cola. I'm Coke. Pharrell is Diet Coke. So they needed that type of guy who could make their white people who are typically uncomfortable with Blackness. They like the Blackness that is very meek, unconfrontational, or non-confrontational. The type that ain't gonna rock the boat. So they got Pharrell. He's absolutely a DEI hire. So it just amazes me how so many people are DEI hires that speak out against DEI hiring, right? Happens all the time. So I'm not sold on, Pharrell actually speaking from the heart, because he didn't hold those views. And if he did, prior to getting that job with Louis Vuitton, he didn't let it be known. But before he got the job with Louis Vuitton, he was, I'm Black and I'm proud. But now that he got the job and he's hanging out in Morocco, Spain, and Italy, and all this type of stuff, it's, I want the job because I'm the best. Everyone would like to believe that, but we know that's not true. Ladies, let me speak to y'all directly. When you get cute, you get all dolled up to go to the club. You got it going on. You sit up, you and your girls. Boy, y'all, boom, bam, boom, everything. Oh man, you looking fine. You're fine. You're smelling good. Hair straight, everything. Boom. You show up to the club and the bouncer go, and you go, do you go right on in, or do you say, you know what? That's not fair. These other ladies have been standing in line longer than us. It's not fair that you let us skip the line. We're going to get to the back of the line. Or do you go straight up to the front and walk straight on in? Get your drink. Start vibing. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.